Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you so, and I hope that you're all having a super duper time wherever you are in the world, my delicious little babies. Now then, what do we do? 3, 2, 1. Beam me up, my juice little lights. They're so super duper bright. Thank you, little lights. Okay? And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too, my delicious babies, are also having a super duper time wherever you are in the world, and much love to you all as well. Okay, now then, so my weather in the neck of the woods in the whole UK, I've been like this even on my readings today. I've no idea, everybody, what's happening to me today. Okay, so we've been out earlier, me and my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday. And yes, well, I mean, it is damp out there in my neck of the woods in the old UK. Not a lot of wind, okay, but it is cold, but it hasn't been as cold today as what it has been. So it seems to have warmed up just slightly, okay? So it's just to let you know what's going on here in my neck of the woods in the old UK, my delicious little babies. Now then, so I want to give you another bit of information to begin with, okay? So this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? And, I keep flipping forgetting this, don't I? Okay, it's one of those days today, my delicious little babies. I've no idea what's wrong with me today, okay? I really do not, okay? Because I've just been stumbling with my words and all sorts of things. I just don't know. Anyway, not to worry. Now then, if you do happen to enjoy my video today, okay, if you could please click on the like. For others of you who happen to stumble across me, you do happen to enjoy my videos, please, if you could click on the subscribe. For others of you, please feel free to comment, always welcomed. And finally, if you would like to share my video with others, okay, please, and thank you. It's just I forget these things, everybody, my delicious little babies. I just flipping forget, don't I? Yes, I'm a little bit flipping scatty at times. Not to worry, my delicious little babies. Anyway, we get there in the end. So this is on YouTube. And if you could please type in my delicious little babies, in the space bar, okay? And this is what needs to be typed in, please and thank you, my little delicious babies. Hearses, hearses, yes? Line up outside Beijing funeral homes, okay? China's sick healthcare workers, okay? So I'm just going to repeat this once more, my delicious little babies, okay? Hearses line up outside Beijing funeral homes, Beijing, okay? China's sick healthcare workers, okay? Now, if you look in the little subscribe box, my delicious little babies, it should say Spotlight on China, okay? So I'll repeat that once more. Spotlight on China, okay? So this seems to be sort of the latest, okay, my delicious little babies? So, I'll just put my boob back. So, if you would kindly like to just take a look at that, okay? But there actually does seem to be a number of these hearses, okay? And of course, we all know what hearses are, don't we, my delicious little babies, yes? And, I mean, when you look at it and, what's happening around the world, I mean, I was listening because months ago, my delicious little babies, yes, months ago, and thank you very much, sorry for, those of you delicious and wonderful little babies out there who do happen to go onto that Spotlight on China, okay? Thank you. Now then, months ago, I actually mentioned the yellow card system, yes? And of course, actually I first heard about it all, my delicious little babies, on UK Column, and that was many months ago, and I did do a video on it actually, okay, where I did mention all of this. But once again, I was listening to, it just happened to come up, you see, Dr. John Campbell again. Now, this is very interesting, my delicious little babies, so please go on to Dr. John Campbell again, please, and thank you. my delicious little ones out there, because it seems, okay, there's a rather large number. Yes, the flipping well is, my delicious little babies. It's all right, I've got an itch as well. on my leg. An itch, and I was trying to scratch up my other hand. Anyway, there appears to be a rather large number now. Of course, you know, the thing is as well, even though our putrid governments are aware of what's going on, okay, so I have to make this abundantly clear to you all, my delicious little babies. Yes, it's not that they do not know. They know fully well what's going on here, okay? But yet, well, they do not seem to be slowing down, do they? Because they still want, you know, the teenagers and things like that. Do you understand what I mean? Not meaning it that way, my delicious little babies, you know, teenagers and even younger ones. And knowing everything that the putrid governments know, my delicious little babies, they're still wanting these, God bless their beautiful dear souls, to go and get the old jab, jab, jab. Okay, so I would please, you know, like you to just take a listen to the latest video of Dr. John Campbell. Okay, my delicious babies. Now, some of you may say to yourself, why does she just keep rambling on about this? I am trying my hardest, my delicious babies. Yes, I'm really trying to get this message out loud and clear, very loud and clear. Okay, because what I'm wanting you all to know, my delicious little babies, for those of you who do happen to believe our putrid governments, yes, that they're certainly not there to help you, my delicious little babies, okay? They're really just not, you know. And then I've seen a rare footage, actually, on, you know, that flipping plank in flipping Canada, Trudeau, yes, Justin Trudeau, that flipping twat, yes, the one who, you know, is continuously, you know, putting nasty things on his population. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And what it is that I've seen the rare footage, only about just over a minute long, all of my delicious little babies, and it showed where he was actually talking against the government. But now, when you look at him, yes, well, he's obviously, the way I see it is, my delicious little babies out there, he's obviously been completely flipping and controlled and flipping brainwashed. Because he's certainly not the same man as what he was in that clip that I saw. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And this is what happens, you see, when we all know who gets hold of others, isn't it? That's what happens, you see. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So it was a bit like, if we go back, we just rewind our minds back, my delicious little babies, it's a bit like, do you remember, she's another silly flipping bat, flipping Liz Truss, who was, our Prime Minister, which of course, you know, these have not been elected, as we all very well know, Boris and her and Sunak, because they're all twats, right? But, and she was only there for a very short time, wasn't she? A very flipping short time. But of course, there was footage of her as well, wasn't there? Where, you know, it's like she couldn't stand the royal family, you know, and everything like that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I mean, the moral's still the same, what I'm saying. Okay? And then the next thing you know, she's, you know, curtsying and, you know, to our putrid queen, you know, who's obviously no longer here, apparently. Okay, so I won't say anything more on that, what my thoughts are. So what I'm saying to you is, and then of course, you know, then all of a sudden they change. So, I mean, I actually find this to be very serious, my delicious little babies, yes, because it seems very much to me, okay, that for our putrid governments over here and all over the world, my delicious little babies, yes, it seems very much to me that they need to start to get a backbone, yes, and say no to what they're putting on their populations in all different countries. You know, that's us in our neck of the woods in the old UK and other countries as well. So really, I feel that these putrid governments need to flipping stand up. There we go, see? Need to stand up as well and say no. Because the way that this is going, my delicious little babies, there we go, before I even say it, I'm telling you now, this is not going to end well for some in governments all over the world. It really isn't. Okay? Because at the end of the day, we need to face facts, right? There are, okay, I know it's been a very slow process because my wonderful and delicious little babies, you know, beautiful little baby subscribers, and how I love you so I always will. And thank you so very much once again for all your likes and support and, you know, and my little comments that I receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But my point in all of this is that even though it's a slow process, more are waking up. And this is where it's going to get most difficult. There we go. It's going to get most difficult. Okay? Because there's only so much that man and woman out there can take. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. And of course, you know, I've already spoke about Netherlands, you know, and all that, you know, and, you know, where they're trying to destroy farmers and, you know, I mean, obviously, God bless them, but, you know, some are being destroyed. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, which I've already mentioned on other videos, okay? But, and, you know, and our hearts go out to them. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes? But it's as if, see, I mean, we all know who it is, because I have to try and keep my videos up these days, my delicious little babies, yes, because you say the wrong thing, then I'm flipping in trouble. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I mean, there's lots that I'd really flipping like to say, but do you know something, my delicious little babies? Sometimes I've just got to keep my gob shut. Do you see what I mean? But I'm hoping that you can read in between the lines, yes? Because what's going on is, well, like I said before, and I'm going to repeat it again, you see they're trying to speed everything up. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And of course, we're hearing so much about this digital and everything like that. Well, of course, I've been saying on my videos, haven't I? Now, the thing is, I've got to tell you this as well. So I just feel that these putrid governments, right, they've got to be careful. There we go, before I even say it, they've got to be careful how they're treading now. Because I do not see this ending very well. And I'm not saying that because, do you understand what I mean, to do with different things. I'm just saying, yes, that the more and more and more who are waking up, right, this is not going to flipping end well. I'm telling you. I'm telling you that for flipping, for sure. Okay, my delicious little babies. It's like, you know, it's called clear seeing. You can see what's ahead. Do you see what I mean? And I can flip it, there we go, and I can certainly see what's flipping ahead here. Do you see what I mean? Because it is going to come to flipping breaking point. There we go, I'm telling you. Okay? So please don't be shocked, anybody, my delicious little babies, of things that you hear in the coming months. Okay? Please do not be shocked. Okay? Especially between now, I've just got now in July. So please do not be shocked at all. Do you see? There we go. Okay, because there's going to be many different things happening. Okay. Now, I was out walking with my beautiful, juicy and delicious little Ruby Tuesday, and I was talking to this gentleman. Please let me have a sip of my coffee, and thank you. And I was talking to this gentleman who I know, you know, and of course, you know, it's like general chit chat, isn't it, my delicious little babies? I mean, we've all been there, you've all been there, my delicious babies. And I said, how's yourself and your wife and your bairns, you know, his daughters, and you know, your mum and dad and everything. Do you understand what I mean? Just normal chit chat, if you know what I mean, whatever our definition of normal is. And so we're having a conversation. I'm telling him about this, you know, social credit system, you know, they've been trying to bring over to the old UK and everything else. And of course, God bless him. I mean, he's just not, because for most, God bless them, but for most, they're just not interested in researching in anything. So when we were getting on, so the conversation then, went on to, so I spoke about social credit system. Of course, how much he believed of it, I've no idea, but he did happen to say to me that with his meals, he does eat meat every day. My delicious little babies, yes. Well, you see, I was explaining other things, you see. Do you see what I mean? Which is what those who, who I'm talking about, obviously they're trying to stop many things. There we go, yes. So, and then, of course, we got onto the old jab, jab, jab. Well, I mean, this is just a fine example, okay? So we got on the one hand very slowly where others are waking up. God bless them, yes? And then we've got, on the other hand, and actually me and my wonderful, delicious and beautiful little friend Kaz, we were talking about it, a little tiny bit about this on our last video. God bless her. And, and then you've got a gentleman like this, yes? So the second that I mentioned, my delicious little babies, yes? So the second that I mentioned, I'm just grabbing a tissue. The old jab, 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 yes? It's like, how can I put it now? My delicious little babies, yes? And I've known this gentleman, he goes to his mum's every day. Do you understand what I mean? The fact is that, like when somebody's attitude changes everybody, yes? So he said, no, he's had it, the old jab, jab, jab. His wife, his Ben's, okay? So they've all had them. They're teenagers and younger. Are you following me, my delicious little babies? And, of course, his mother-in-law and he was saying that his mother-in-law, that, because you would never know who this gentleman is, my delicious little babies, yes? But he was saying that his mother-in-law, she wasn't very well, and if it wasn't for the old jab, 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 that she wouldn't be here now. I'm sorry to have to say it that way, but, that's basically what he said. Well, it is what he said, not basically. But I said to him, which I did, my delicious little babies, right? Because I'm entitled to my own opinion, just the same as he is entitled to his own opinion, yes? But he wouldn't hear of it. Just would not listen to a word I said. In fact, he got rather irritated, like when, do you see what I mean? And I said, hold on a minute. He wasn't shouting at me, my delicious little babies, or anything like that, yes? It's just that he clearly had his view of what he believes, okay? Which everybody's entitled to, aren't they? But I said, hold on a minute, I said, because obviously what I said to you, I said that I've known him years, I said, what I've said to you, this was not meant to hurt or offend. And I said, but at the same time, I said, I'm entitled to my opinion. I will not say his name, my delicious little babies. I said, I'm entitled to my opinion. I said, because I do a lot of research. And I also look at a lot of videos and do a lot of research. And I've even told him before to go on DuckDuckGo. I've told others. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? I told other little delicious babies out there. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, until I'm blue in the flipping face. In the old boat race. So I said, look, I said, I'm entitled to say what I have to say. And what should we see? Another flipping fire engine, Nina, Nina, Nina. I said, oh yes, I said, this is probably going to another flipping car accident. I very much doubt it was a fire. I would have said more it was, I would have said it was more another flipping accident. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? And this is what I was saying, please go on to Dr. John Campbell again, because it'll tell you all about the yellow card scheme and everything. Do you see what I mean? Now, these numbers are flipping colossal, flipping huge. My delicious little babies out there. Of all these different things that have been happening since somebody's had the old jab, jab, jab. You see what I mean? And for the ones who have escaped it, do you see what I mean? Because there could have been some out there, delicious little babies, who've only had one. And if they've had, like I said, the saline side of it, well, they were very flipping blessed. The flipping got out of that one. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? But for these others, no, they flipping haven't. Do you see what I mean? But this is just a fine example of what we're dealing with, my delicious little babies. That gentleman, like I say, who I've known for years, walk up and down the road, go and see his dear mum and, after work and everything like that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But this is where the issues are, and I do not mean it nastily against him, God bless him, or others out there who quite clearly have been brainwashed to such a point, it's unreal. And that's just another example of what we're up against. My delicious little babies, yes. But it was just amazing how his whole tone changed. It was like his personality just changed the second that you mentioned a jab, jab, jab. And of course, if you do not agree, do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. But I would not treat, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. I wouldn't have had the same reaction, if you know what I'm saying to you. Yes. A different way that this could have been dealt with. Please do not get me wrong. It doesn't matter because we still, he still wished me, we wished each other Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Do you see what I mean? So it wasn't, like that, my delicious little babies. Yes, but, if you look at this a different way, and this is where talking and it's needing to listen and understand comes into this, because I would have, if the boot would have been on the other foot and it would have been somebody saying that to me, and I would have taken the old jab, 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 yes, I would have thought, well, hold on a minute. Maybe I do need to see, before I even say it, maybe I do need to look into things, maybe, because when you bump into somebody, I always say there's always a reason why. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, and sometimes it's just like that little bit of information, if you know what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes, that can be very important. Do you see what I'm saying? So in life, it is important to listen. I mean, please do not get me wrong, my delicious little babies. I mean, I can flipping chat. You know what I mean? I love little cows, but it's only a figure of speech, but I can chat to the flipping cows come home. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But I also pay attention. Do you see what I'm saying? So if somebody's saying something to me, because we must remember that not everybody knows everything. So if somebody says something to me that I did not know, I say, oh, which I do. And if they were studying that, they would tell you so. God bless them. But in my life, if somebody said something to me, and it's genuinely that I did not know, before they told me or informed me of something, do you see what I mean? Then I, see, my reaction to things is I say, well, thank you very much, because I genuinely did not know that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So, but because of the level of brainwashing, so we go back to that dear gentleman again, because of the level of brainwashing that he's received, yes, and his family, God bless them all, okay, it's as though he just wasn't willing to listen to what I had to say, my delicious little babies, yes. So in the end, we just have to, do you know what I mean, come out of the conversation, because, somebody's not willing to listen or even do one bit of research or go to somebody who does research. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So what I'm really saying is, before I end my video, my delicious little babies, and thank you so very, very, very much for even taking the time to even listen to me. Thank you, and God bless you all. But do you see what I'm saying? This is what we're up against. Do you see? And like I've said before, and I say it again, and 9 times out of 10, this man and woman, God bless them, have not done 1 ounce of research or looked at any videos or done anything. I mean, God bless them. It's like they're so wrapped up in their own world. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies out there? Yes. But I can only hope and pray that I don't know. maybe something one day will change. There we go. For even's sake, will change his view on things. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But until then, God bless him, he's just one of many. You know, so when the our putrid UK governments, when they decided to, you know, hire, you know, psychologists and all that, do you understand what I mean? You know, and because to me, it's just like some are just being completely, for whatever reason, flipping mesmerised. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes? But anyway, we're still going to win this, this war against us all. And our beautiful and delicious little animals all over the world. Do you see what I mean? And little birdies and creatures great and small and everything, you know, and man and woman and bears, yes. Well, we will win. Yes, we will. But unfortunately, in the meantime, look at what we're going to be seeing. And I'm not laughing there, my delicious little babies. I take this extremely flipping seriously. Yes, I do. Because going to be seeing an awful lot more. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. So this video was not meant to depress you or upset you in any way, but I'm the type of woman, you see, I am that type of woman, my delicious little babies, where I will just tell it the way it is, okay? And I like to feel that I'm not giving out a load of bullshit. Do you see what I mean? Because this is man and woman's lives out there. Okay, I can only hope that one day, God bless him, that, you know, maybe they just stop taking what they're taking, because it's certainly not helping them. And at some point, God bless them, they're going to come to realise this, okay, just the same as many others, okay, but sadly, some just not going to be able to help, and it's so sad. Anyway, so that's the end of the video, my delicious little babies. I apologise for the lighting, but, you know, because I've just done my readings that I needed to get done that I couldn't get done yesterday because of the lighting, and I just wanted to do this quick video, okay? But please take a look at what I said at the beginning, my delicious babies. For some of you or all of you, please and thank you, okay? Because it's very interesting, because you've got to hear what's going on here, okay? As I always say, you know, what's going on in one place, I can assure you now, others will not be far behind. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just telling it as it is. Okay, my delicious little babies, so thank you so very much for listening to me, okay? Sending you so much love, okay? And God bless you all. Give you all a big hug, okay? And until my next video, okay, much love. God bless, take care, thank you, goodbye.